Hello everyone, and I thought I'd do a video. This is about the CEO female of Woolworths. Now, you could say she's like probably the ice queen, you could call her. But the ice queen is sort of the CEO woman of Coles. But the CEO woman of Woolworths thinks she's just it. Now, we've seen, I think, most of it I've seen a video where a female customer is talking to her, trying to tell her that everyone's struggling and all this, and you know, and this CEO female, as though she couldn't care less. She's sort of handbag on her arm, sort of, oh, look at me, I'm just it, you know. and it's hilarious the way the CEO female acts. And I thought, geez, you should be more concerned with what the female customer is saying. You know, with Woolworths ripping every customer off, and you know, as people should just end up, you know, might as well just shop in another supermarket, which, you know, that'd be okay, you know, it'd probably be a bit cheaper, you know. But the point is, this CEO female needs to think of the customers, because without customers, they don't make any money, they don't make any profit, and it means they can't pay their workers, right? But another thing is all the ones that work at Woolworths, they get paid and all that. They work hard, get paid to make a living, right? But the CEO female doesn't work very hard. I'd say she just sits back in a chair, orders people around, and waits for a whole big load of cash to come in. Oh, I don't have, as though she must say to herself, oh, I don't have to work very hard today, or any day, because there'll be money coming in from customers being ripped off, right? Now, I happened to come across something on Google, and I took a photo of the CEO female. Now, this CEO female says she framed the move as part of broader efforts to better serve its customers. Right? Now, of course, it says Woolworths has told its 10,000 office-based workers they will have to attend the workplace at least 3 days a week from October, as the retail giant tries to balance the needs of the business and its customers with those of its employees. Now, it also said that their works are being forced, which you shouldn't really force workers, because they work really hard, and this CEO female doesn't work hard at all. But to turn around and with she framed up the part as the framed the move as part of broader efforts to better serve its customers. Now, the service might be, might be okay, might be fine, but what's not fine is the prices. So maybe if she used her brains instead of thinking through the other end, you know, and thought, what would, and think, what would be better for the customers? And you know what the answer is? To put the prices down. Because all these places have to make customers happy, you know. Go and do your shopping, have a good day doing your shopping, and then you home and said, "Oh, wasn't too bad, you know. Didn't pay more for shopping, paid a little bit less." But all this CEO female's worried about is, as it says here, better serve its customers. So, a better service. You see, it's not the service. It's the prices. Because one of the products, one of the food items, a few weeks ago, I can't remember what I think it might have been biscuits or something, and it was about $3 something, right? Then a few weeks after, about 2 or 3 weeks, the price went up. And the thing is, what I've noticed with Woolworths is that they seem to put the prices up every so many months, right? Now, that's something that they shouldn't be doing. Now, of course, people might say, well, you know, don't shop there and that. And of course, you know, no one should shop at Woolworths. They just go to a different supermarket. Now, I've heard, I don't know, this must be a rumour or something, about Costco opening up supermarkets in Australia. Well, I don't know if there's ones in any other state or that. Maybe there is, I don't know. But I think, you know, if Costco took over from Woolworths, maybe the prices would be a bit cheaper. Because I know at Costco you can get things in bulk. And usually, I'd say you get to pay reasonable prices. Because I think Costco think more of the customers than their pockets. Because that going back to that video, that female customer she was talking to the CEO female, just on the right side, there was another female. She was in a sort of like green uniform, must be a supervisor in that Woolworths, and she turns around and says, "Oh, you shouldn't film and all this, blah blah blah." And I thought, why don't you think of more of what everyone's going through, as that female customer was trying to tell the CEO female. This other female, all she was worried about was, oh, you can't film? Really? Can't film? Or you shouldn't video? Well, the thing is, they wouldn't be videoing that if the prices were put down. Because since a certain prime minister, certain person has become prime minister, prices have been going up and up and up. And you've got cost of living this, cost of living that. Now, what they need to do, if the CEO female needs, this is what she needs to do, is put the prices down. So to make the customers happy. Because the thing is, what's going to end up happening is they'll start losing customers, right? They'll lose customers and they'll keep losing customers more and more and more. And they'll have less customers. They won't make any money. They won't make any profit. The CEO female just sits back and waits till she rips more customers off with the prices going up. And they'll end up having to lay off some of the workers because they don't have enough money to pay them. And that's what I can see that's going to end up happening, right? Because when you're a boss of a company like that CEO female is, company of every supermarket, every Woolworths, you don't just think of money. There are other certain things to be more concerned about. But in her case, she just sits back and lets money roll in, ripping more customers off. But what she needs to do, as I said, to think about other important things. Think of the customers. Think of the workers. You know, they work hard to earn a living. And here's this big boss, CEO boss, she just sits in an office, or goodness knows whatever, she probably doesn't do much at all, and money just comes in. And she's saying, oh yes, more money, more ripping customers off. And that's the thing you shouldn't be doing. Because when you're a big boss of a company like Woolworths, you know, you're a big boss of something of all the supermarkets, all the Woolworths supermarkets, you have to think of making sure that the workers in every single Woolworths supermarket is happy and being paid the right amount, right? Making sure that the customers are happy, you know, and making sure that you're not just in that job, that big job, being the boss of every Woolworths supermarkets, just to rip off customers. Because everyone that goes to a Woolworths supermarket, and all the customers, they're all being ripped off. Where does all that money go? To her. See? And this is the thing. As I said, I'm going to say it again. When you're a big boss of a company, say, you know, you're a big boss of Woolworths, every Woolworths supermarket, you've got to make sure that the workers are fine, they're being paid the right amount, customers are happy, and prices are down. You can't just think of yourself and think, oh, I'll just sit back and rip off more customers for putting the prices up. Because all companies bosses of all other companies, they think of their workers, making sure that they're being paid right amounts. Not just not give a tinker's toss about workers, or not even give a tinker's toss about customers. But all other companies, I'm sure that all other bosses of other companies think of their workers, making sure they're right. But you don't turn around and just think, oh, I'll just sit back and wait for the cash to come in. This is the thing. And as I said, since a certain person has become Prime Minister, which we need to get him, he needs to go, seriously, and have someone better as Prime Minister, hopefully someone better, who's going to think of the people more, help everybody, making sure that everyone is happy, prices are down in the supermarkets. Every store with prices down. No more ripping customers off with the prices going up. So there's another thing too. The certain person, the Prime Minister, who over time, since he's become Prime Minister, has wasted millions and millions of dollars over stupid things. He has gone to the taxpayers and got asked for $450 million on jets. Then he's got asked $4.2 million for a house. When a big flashy house. And apparently I've heard over time that he's wasting more money. Which he thinks it's as though, the taxpayers is his own personal piggy bank. Now, a Prime Minister doesn't do that. A Prime Minister is supposed to think of everyone, helping everybody. Making sure that this country's fine. So that there's no more of this cost of living with the prices going up, the prices go down, everyone's happy when they go to the supermarkets, making sure that there's no hostility between people and helping everybody. Because this is the problem. You see, there's a certain Prime Minister who has wasted millions of dollars. He sends millions of dollars overseas. Now those millions of dollars he sends overseas could help in this country. Instead of, I'll just send it to that country, just send it to this country. Come on, seriously? It sort of, I suppose, it sort of makes me laugh because he's just not thinking of everyone. And the president, Trump. Now, of course, I know there's probably people there on YouTube. There might be some people on YouTube that don't like Donald Trump, and there's other people that do. That's fair enough. That's fine. That's understandable. That's okay. That's fine. Um, he Trump has he's thinking of everyone there. You know, making sure this isn't right, helping this one, helping that one. He doesn't like woke, that's for sure. Get rid of this woke rubbish. But in this country, you've got a prime minister that wastes millions of dollars. Don't send millions of dollars overseas. You could be using that for important things here. You know? And another thing, right? The Aboriginal flag. Now, I think they have both the Australian flag and the Aboriginal flag up together, and that's fine, right? Even when they're doing like conferences, answering questions from reporters, and you've got both flags behind, right? That's fine. But it's time that this Prime Minister was gone. And have someone that's going to be a better Prime Minister, that's going to think of everybody, help everybody, and use the money on the important things instead of wasting it on stupid, dumb things. We don't need to send millions of dollars overseas when that money can help in this country. Um, and the borders, they need to tighten the borders because our certain Prime Minister is allowing these boat people to come in. The borders need to be tightened. Because the one time when he said, he was asked about, he said, "Oh, how come there was boat people just came in?" And the Prime Minister says, "Oh, I was in the car." Really? I had to laugh when he said that. You were in the car. So in other words, he didn't know. He's making out he didn't know. And the latest, apparently I heard that he was talking to the president, and the Prime Minister is scared of the president, right? Because I heard it says E for like this, and that's funny that but we do need someone that's going to be a better Prime Minister, who's going to think of everybody, help everybody, tighten the borders, use the money on important things, not waste it on stupid things. Use the money on important things. Come down hard on the CEOs of the supermarkets, telling them that they need to put the prices down, because you want customers happy when they go to do their shopping. You don't want them really angry and say, "Oh, that's gone, that food's gone up. Oh, I can't get that. I'll have to try and work out something else or go to a different supermarket. But the thing is, we need someone that's going to be a better Prime Minister, think of everybody, help everybody, tighten the borders, and use the money on important things, not waste it on stupid things. So anyway, I'm gonna go now. It might be another video later on. So anyway, take care. Bye now.